AJ Breck, and I am coming to you today with a couple cool weight loss things just to talk about. So the first is, I was in the grocery store the other day and I picked up a new weight loss magazine, and this is by Better Homes and Garden. It's a special edition called My Weight Loss, and this magazine is such an awesome magazine. When I looked at it, because it didn't say Better Homes and Gardens in huge letters, I didn't know. I'm like, is this some kind of generic magazine about weight loss, gimmicky? But I started flipping through it, and then I'm like, I had to look on the front again. I'm like, no, this is a good magazine. What is this magazine called? So anyway, it's just packed exercise tips, and this is cool. It's got the Skinny on cocktails, like different cocktails and calories and what's, there are a million, can you see these? A million yummy recipes, like nothing, you know how sometimes there's recipes that you won't really eat and then things you do. Well, these are things that I would eat a million of. And then popcorn, just different things to load up on your popcorn. I think that's awesome. They just use air pop popcorn, and then also broccoli. But they have lots of ideas like that. A ton more recipes, like this one is slow cooker recipes. And then this is a cool one with the jeans. What's your perfect jeans for your size? And it says this one is best for full hips, and then flat butts and all that kind of stuff. Oh, I just lost one of my pages. Oh, it also has pick a plan in here, and it goes through all the plans, and guess what number one is? Weight Watchers, baby! So yeah, so it goes over Weight Watchers, Nutrisystem, P90X, and Jenny Craig. Come on, people. We know Weight Watchers is the way to go. Yeah, and then it has like grocery store, guilt-free grocery buys and their calories. And this one is this is a feta chicken sausage. Doesn't that look delicious? I didn't even know they had that. I'm gonna have to look for that. A really cool thing in here, because I'm about to talk about something. Jillian Michaels is in here too, and she, goes over different exercises she does and stuff like that. But anyway, this magazine is really great. Pick it up if you haven't already checked it out, or check it out. Go to your Barnes & Noble or wherever your bookstore is, and sit down and check it out and see if it's something you would like to buy. I think it's awesome. And then the other thing is, I wanted to talk about Biggest Loser this season. So, who's with me? Come on, who's with me on this Biggest Loser thing? I am so excited about this season of Biggest Loser. I'm like looking forward to watching it. I watch each episode twice. Yeah, I really did not at all like last season. Like, I tried to like it, and there were some nice people on there, but there were some evil people, and I just can't get into that when I'm not rooting for as many people, when it's more about like the manipulation. I'm not into it. So, but this season I really am into it. I really like that they have the two new trainers. I didn't know if I'd like that at first because I love Bob and Jillian, but I think it's really cool that they have the new trainers, so I'm excited. Yes! Who's your favorite? Who is your favorite? That's what I want to know. I don't know if I mentioned this in my last video, but I made a video about where I said something about this, but those two twins, I was ready for them to go, because I'm just not into their personalities. I can't vibe with. I don't know why. I think some people would really like them. They're cops. The one guy who left, it made me sad that he left. I mean, I'm glad he did what he did, but it definitely seems like those two were being very passive aggressive with their gain of. If you haven't seen it, I won't say, but those who saw it know what I'm talking about. But if you haven't seen it, catch up on Hulu.com or NBC.com or on demand. Catch up and then start watching it, because it's good this season. And then the next thing I wanted to talk about was what's in my yoga bag. That's right. So there's barely anything in here, but I wanted to go over what's in my yoga bag. Yes, yes, yes. I love this bag so very much. It's like this hard, stiff canvasy and leather. And the handles are super soft though, and it's got the leather on the bottom. This and the red fish I think are adorable. And inside is this like tarp material. So this bag will never, It's not really a yoga bag. It's like an all-purpose bag, but I bought it. It is from the Gap. It's from the Gap, the red, when they did the red products where it said red clothing is designed to help eliminate AIDS in Africa. So, had to get that. Awesome. So now let me show you what's in it. First of all, I love it because it also has a giant pocket here. So when I go to yoga, I throw my keys and a couple dollars, but my new yoga studio, I don't need this. But my old my old Bikram studio used to sell water. They actually sold a lot of stuff in there. But my new Bikram studio is just a Bikram studio. They don't sell anything, nothing at all. And then, of course, I carry a Bikram mat. So those of you who don't do yoga, but these yoga mats are for any kind of yoga you do. It's not like, oh, you have to have a Bikram mat. But this one is by this company, GAIAM. Love it. It's nice. It's the perfect consistency, but you can see it's like this spongy material, and it's got like this bumpy texture to it, so when you're doing yoga. But I loved the pattern on it. I thought it was so cool. It's got such a cool pattern on it. But I cover my yoga mat up anyway with this amazing towel. Now you are going to sweat like no man's business when you do hot yoga. But that looks like a elephant with a crown on its head or something. Yeah, this is the best towel in the world. And ooh, here it is. Skidless by Yogi Toes. Yogi Toes are amazing, people. But it's got on the front of it, it's a towel material, like terry almost, but it's super absorbent. And on the back, it's got these bazillion rubber grippers that stick to your yoga mat so that you're not slipping and sliding all over the place, which when you're sweating as much as you do in hot yoga, it's very important. So I got that at my last yoga studio. And then my husband does marathons and stuff. So anyway, at one of his events, he picked me up this towel, which is amazing for yoga. You see the size? I don't know if you can see the size of it, but it's a perfect size, and I just fold it up and I keep it right next to my mat like this. And I don't use it to wipe off my face, but some people, if you sweat a lot and you want to wipe, which in hot yoga you will sweat a lot, but I prefer not to wipe my sweat off. I just leave it where it is. But this one is Aquis Adventure Microfiber Towel Ultra Absorbent. And I think it's pretty, but it's the most absorbent thing you've ever had. But what I use this for is when there's positions later on in the class and you've been sweating so much and you have to pick up your leg and hold your leg or something around your ankle, I wipe my hands and my ankles off so that I can keep my grip. So I love that. So I keep that right next to my towel, and also next to my towel I keep this gigantic Coleman water, and it's filled with water. Now when you first go, you might want to fill it with ice water, because just to cool your system down a little bit, but room temperature water is fine. You will get very hot in that class, so you will sweat and you need water. You might even want to take 2 of these. You don't want to leave your position to get more water, so you got to keep water. So that's next to my towel. And then I did have this in my class. This is the Zyko coconut water, but the lady in my new yoga studio told me no coconut water in class. I'm like, my last studio actually sold it and we were allowed to drink it. Like, if you're getting dizzy, you need to replenish your electrolytes, right? Well, she's like, well, if it spills and, you know, it could attract bugs. I'm like, okay, I got it. So she wasn't being nasty or anything like that, but if your hot yoga studio allows it, this is a must. Hot yoga too, they have carpet, not wood, most of the time. I mean, some might not, but I think it's because you sweat so much and you'd be slippery. So they're constantly cleaning those carpets, in the one I was in and the new one. And the only other thing I have in there is my wallet. So yeah, that's my yoga bag, and done. So I hope you guys have a great day, and yeah, keep me posted. Bye, YouTube.